You didn't slam the door that night. You didn't scream or cry. You just looked at me like strangers do and said a soft goodbye. Your shadow moved across the wall like it didn't wanna stay. And every step you took from me took my breath away. I thought love was something we could fix when it broke, but your silence was louder than the words we never spoke. When you walked away, you took the light with you, left me in the dark with memories I can't undo. Every promise faded, every color turned to gray. My whole world fell apart when you walked away. I still hear your footsteps echo down the hall, like my heart is chasing after something it can't call. Your coffee cup still on the shelf, like you'll come back someday, but dust is settling on us now. Where your love used to lay, we were holding on to pieces of a love already gone. But I didn't know I'd lose you until I was alone. When you walked away, you didn't turn around, didn't see the tears falling to the ground. Every forever we said slowly slipped away, and I learned what heartbreak is when you walked away. If I could run back to that moment, would I beg you just to stay, or would I let you leave again? Knowing love can't be forced, I sustained. Maybe we were breaking before that day, but I felt it all at once when you walked away. When you walked away, you took the best of me, left a hollow space where the future used to be. I'm learning how to breathe without you every day, but nothing feels the same since you walked away. When you walked away. I tried to clear the room tonight of everything that felt like you. Your sweater from the winter cold, the pictures that we drew. I told myself that letting go was something I could learn, but every corner of this place still whispers when I turn. I thought that time would close the wound, but time just shows it more. Your memory won't let me heal, it pulls me back again. Every moment we once lived still echoes in my head. I try to leave sing songs in words I didn't choose, and every street we walked before still leads me back to you. The nights feel longer than before. The silence feels too real, like every breath reminds my heart of everything I feel. Some loves leave deeper than the rest. They stay beneath your skin. Your memory won't let me heal. It lives inside my bones. Every dream I tried to build still brings me back alone. I try to bury what we had, but ghosts refuse to kneel, because the love I lost in you, your memory won't let me Maybe someday I'll wake up and your name will sting the same. Maybe time will dull the edge of every hidden pain. But tonight the truth is clear. Your shadow lingers still. It stays without me. Blood like loving you was something that could only be. But death, I try to walk away from you, but I think as this first step reminds me, your memory won't let me. We used to shine like city lights, burning through the dark. Now we're just two shadows, standing worlds apart. Your voice feels like an echo that I barely recognize, and every I love you is just a tired disguise. We're holding on to memories that don't feel the same, trying to relight a fire drowning in the rain. We're fading to nothing, slowly losing touch, turning into strangers who don't mean as much. Every word is empty, every kiss is cold. We're fading to nothing, watching love unfold into silence, into dust. We're fading, just fading to nothing. You're sitting right beside me, but you're miles away. We speak in broken sentences with nothing left to say. Your head fits in mine, but it doesn't feel like home. Two hearts in the same room, still beating all alone. We built our dreams on promises we swore would never bend, but forever say. We tried to hold the pieces, but they slipped right through our hands. We're fighting to nothing, like footprints in the sand, into silence, into dust. We were love. Now we're fading to nothing. We used to talk about the years, about the house and painted doors, about the nights we'd fall asleep, still laughing on the floor. You said our love was built to last, like time could never break it down. But now the echoes of your voice are the only things around. I keep replaying yesterday, trying to understand. Where did our forever go? The one we used to hold so tight, somewhere between our promises and all those sleepless nights. We swore the world could never change, the way our hearts would always know. But standing here without you now, I wonder where forever goes. Your picture's still inside the frame, but everything feels out of place, like someone took the love we built and quietly erased. I walk the streets we used to share, but every step just feels alone, because the dreams we used to chase, the memories I roam. I thought forever had your name, but maybe I was wrong. Where did our forever go? The love we thought would never break, somewhere between the words we said and every chance we didn't take. We built a world of fragile hope, but time it as it needs to show. Now the only thing I ask is, where did our forever go? Maybe forever isn't real. Maybe it's just a word we say when two eyes think the stars above will never fade away. But I still feel you in the dark, in every quiet overflow. Where did our forever go? Did it fade or disappear? Did it break the day you left us slowly through the years? We swore love would never fall, but now I'm standing here alone, still whispering into the night. Where did our forever go? I gave you all that I could give, my heart, my soul, the life I live. You promised me the stars above, but I never knew the price of love. You held me close, said we're alright, but you let go in the dead of night. Now I'm standing in the pouring rain, wondering why I feel this pain. What's the price of love if it tears us apart? If it breaks you down and leaves scars on your heart? I thought I knew the cost, but it's more than I can bear. Love's a game that only leaves you broken and scared. What's the price of love? It's a price I can't pay, when it takes everything and then walks away. You said you needed space to breathe, but you left me drowning in what you couldn't see. I gave you all my trust, my tears, but in return you whispered all my fears. I thought love would lift me higher, but it burned me down like wildfire. I never knew it would leave me bare. Now I'm left with nothing but despair. What's the price of love if it tears us apart? If it breaks you down and leaves scars on your heart? I thought I knew the cost, but it's more than I can bear. Love's a game that only leaves you broken and scared. What's the price of love? It's a price I can't pay, when it takes everything and then walks away. I thought we were invincible and never fall, but love was a lie that hurt us both after all. It's a lesson that cuts so deep, a price you pay when your heart can't sleep. I wish I could turn back the time, but love's a thief, and the steals was mine. What's the price of love if it tears us apart? If it breaks you down and leaves scars on your heart? I thought I knew the cost, but it's more than I can bear. Love's a game that only leaves you broken and scared. What's the price of love? Price of love. It's a price I can't pay. Price of love. When it takes everything and then walks away. The price of love. Price of love. The price of love that leaves you hard and scarred and never knew the price of love until I lost you. We never said the words that mattered most, kept them hidden like a secret, like a ghost. The silence grew louder with each passing day, but we both knew the truth we couldn't say. I watched you leave, but I couldn't speak. The hurt was there. is tearing me apart. A love that faded, a broken heart. We never said goodbye, we never made it right. Now I'm lost in the shadows, searching for the light. Unspoken heartbreak, the silence so loud. Two hearts in the crowd, both feeling the ground. We never spoke the truth, we kept it inside. Now I'm left with the love I can't hide. You looked at me, but I saw the distance in your eyes. We built a world, but now it's full of lies. The things we never said now weigh so heavy. A love that was real, but we couldn't be ready. I tried to reach you, tried to break the walls, but you were gone before the final call. Now I'm left with words that were never spoken. A love that died yet still feels broken, unspoken. Heartbreak is tearing me apart. A love that faded, a broken heart. We never said goodbye, we never made it right. Now I'm lost in the shadows, searching for the light. Unspoken heartbreak, the silence so loud. Two hearts in the crowd, both feeling proud. We never spoke the truth, we kept it inside. Now I'm left with a love I can't hide. The words we left unsaid now haunt my soul. I never knew that silence could take its toll. I should have fought, should have let it show. But now I'm standing here with nowhere to go. You were in our world, but we couldn't find the way to speak the truth and make it stay. Now we're lost in the echo of all we didn't say. Unspoken heartbreak is here to stay. Unspoken heartbreak is tearing me apart. A love that faded, a broken heart. Never said goodbye, we never made it right. Now I'm lost in the shadows, searching for the light. Unspoken heartbreak, the silence so loud. Two hearts in the crowd, both feeling proud. We never spoke the truth, we kept it inside. Now I'm left with the love. Unspoken heartbreak, unspoken heartbreak. You never said the words to unspoken heartbreak. I still hear your voice in the silence of the night, a distant whisper that just doesn't feel right. The days slip by, but I can't move on. I'm stuck in the place where we both belong. I see your face in the shadows of my mind. In every corner, you're the one I find. But times move forward and I'm still standing still, trapped in the past, waiting for the thrill. I'm trapped in yesterday, where you're still here, where love was alive and we had no fear. But now you're gone and I'm stuck in the past, chasing moments that were never meant to last. I'm trapped in but your absence cuts too deep to real. I look for signs that you're still close, but they vanish before I can even propose. Every night I dream of you again, but waking up just brings the end. I'm trapped in yesterday, where you're still here, where love was alive and we had no fear. But now you're gone and I'm stuck in the past, chasing moments that were never meant to last. I'm trapped in yesterday, can't break free, a prisoner of memories that won't let me be. I loved you once, but it's all in vain. I'm still holding on to the pain. I keep searching for the pieces we left behind. The time is taking them, leaving me blind. I can't escape this haunting embrace. I keep running, but I can't find my place. So enclosed in the halls of my heart, a love that once knew, now torn apart. I know I have to let you go, but your memory's all I come to know. I'm trapped in yesterday, where you're still here, where love was alive and we had no fear. But now you're gone and I'm stuck in the past, chasing moments that were never meant to last. I'm trapped in yesterday, can't break free, a prisoner of memories that won't let me be. I love you once, but it's all in vain. I'm still holding on to the pain. I'm trapped in yesterday, and I can't move on, still holding on to a love that's gone. In the silence and the ache, I'll remain forever haunted by the love that caused this pain. I walk through the days, but I'm lost in the past. Still hearing your voice, though it doesn't last. The memories linger like shadows at night. No matter how far, you're still in my sight. I try to move on, but the pain stays the same. Every step forward still whispers your name. My heart beats, but it feels incomplete, as if a piece of me's forever at your feet. My soul still calls for you, in the quiet and the storm, it's always true. I'm drowning in the space we left behind. I can't escape no matter how I try. My soul still calls for you, even though you're gone, I can't break through. And every dream and every tear that falls, my soul still calls for you through it all. The love we had was something so pure, but now I'm left with the ache I can't endure. I reach for your hand, but you're not there, and the emptiness fills every breath of it. I see the world moving while I stand still, trapped in the pain, you're longing for the thrill. You're gone, but your touch lingers on, and in my heart, you're never truly gone. My soul still calls for you, in the quiet and the storm, it's always true. I'm drowning in the space we left behind. I can't escape no matter how I try. My soul still calls for you. talk about it in the daylight. We don't say it where the truth can see. But when the world is finally quiet, you reach through the dark for me. Your fingertips find my silence like they've memorized the way. Two hearts beating undercover with too much we can't say. We're hiding in the shadows where the rules don't leave a mark. We only feel like us when we're lovers in the dark. We're lovers in the dark, when no one knows our names, where the night forgives the broken and forgets the blame. We hold each other close like it won't fall apart. We're fearless in the shadows, just lovers in the dark. Morning always pulls us under like a tide we cannot fight. You become somebody's forever. I disappear with the night. Your goodbye is always gentle, but he kept me just the same. We're a secret wrapped in fire, burning without a flame. We're honest in the midnight, we're strangers by the spark. We only get love as lovers in the dark. We're lovers in the dark, where promises don't stay, where the truth is just a whisper, the faceless break of day. We trace each other's scars like pieces of one heart. We're only ever as lovers in the If love is meant for daylight, why does it feel so right when the moon is our only witness and wrong feels so light? Baby, we were never meant to survive beneath the sun, but in the dark in your arms, we're the only one. We're lovers in the dark, holding on tight, living for the moments that the daylight leaves behind. We don't need tomorrow, tonight is all we are. We're breaking every rule just to feel as close as fall. Replay the morning light, but we'll always leave a spark. Forever we will be just lovers in the dark. I found a box beneath my bed, filled with moments we once had. Faded colors, frozen smiles from a life that feels so far. Your arm around my younger heart, two shadows in the sun. We look like we were meant to last, like we'd only just begun. Time was kind inside those frames, but time moved on outside. Now our love lives in old photographs, smiling from another life. Every picture tells a story of when you were still mine. Frozen moments, perfect days before everything collapsed. Now the only place we're still in love is in old photographs. Here's one where we were by the sea, your laughter in the wind. Another from that song at night where forever felt within. If pictures could still speak to me, they'd ask me where you went. How two hearts so close together became strangers in the end. The past still shines in black and white while the present fades to gray. Now our love lives in old photographs, captured in a softer light. Every memory still breathing from the corners of my mind. Frozen smiles I can't analyze, even though you're not coming back. Now the only place we're still in love is in old photographs. Maybe someday I'll put them away. Let the past finally rest. But tonight they're all I have left of the love I lost the best. Now our love lives in our photographs, where forever never ends. Where your hand still holds my shoulder like you never said farewell. But when the lights go off tonight and the memories fade to black, the only place you still love is in old We built our world in the calm of the sky, but the winds came in and we couldn't ask why. The thunder roared and the lightning struck. What was once so certain now ran out of luck. We held each other as the clouds rolled in, but in the end we couldn't fight the wind. The love we had was strong, but not enough to survive the storm, to weather the rough. Love lost in the storm, we couldn't keep the fight. What we thought was forever turned to endless night. The rain poured down and the winds tore us apart. Now I'm left with a broken heart. Love lost in the storm, drifting far away. I thought we'd survive, but we couldn't make it stay. In the aftermath, all that remains is love lost in the storm and the endless pain. try to move on, but the storm won't cast. I keep holding on to a love it couldn't last. Now I stand here alone in the rain, a heart full of sorrow, a mind full of pain. I loved you deeply, but it's not enough when love is lost in the storm. It's too tough. Love lost in the storm. We couldn't keep the fight. What we thought was forever turned to endless night. The rain poured down and the winds tore us apart. Now I'm left with a broken heart. Love lost in the storm, drifting far away. I thought we'd survive. We couldn't make it stay. In the aftermath, all that remains is love lost in the storm. The winds have gone down, but I still searching for you, still lost in this storm. You're gone, but the storm remains. I'm lost in the storm, forever etched in the I walk past the street we used to know, where your laughter used to glow. Every corner holds your name, but nothing feels the same. Your shadow lingers in the air, like you're still standing there. And every memory I trace feels like a time I can't replace. They say that time can heal the pain, but I keep running back again. If missing you was a place, I'd be living there tonight, lost inside your memory, under broken neon lights. Every road would lead to you, every sky would wear your face, and my heart would never leave. If missing you was a place, your coffee cup still on the shelf, like you might come back yourself. And every song we used to play still echoes through the day. I try to move, I try to breathe, but every step just leads to you. Like every road inside my soul stands where we once grew. Somewhere between love and goodbye, my heart forgot how to fly. If missing you was a place, I'd be wandering every street, searching through the quiet nights for the sound of your heartbeat. Every door would open slow to the love I can't erase, and I'd stay there forever. If missing you was a place, maybe someday time will fade all the pieces that remain, but tonight the truth is clear, you're still everywhere. If missing you was a place, I'd be lost there every day. walking through our memories, where your love refused to stay. Every star would spell your name in a sky I can't replace, and my heart would never leave. Missing you was a place. You whispered words that felt so real, a love so perfect or so I'd feel. But behind your smile there was something more, a story untold, a truth I ignored. I believed in the promises you gave, thought you were the one who would help me be brave. But now I see it was all just a disguise, falling in love with the truth in your lies. I'm falling in love with the lie, a dream that you sold, a heart left to die. You painted a world, but it's falling apart. Now I'm left with the pieces of a broken heart. I've got you worried, but you never were true. Falling in love with the lie, and I didn't see through. You said I was the one, your soul's desire, but you lit my heart with a fake fire. You gave me hope, then turned it to dust, built me up just to watch me combust. I gave you everything, believed every word, but your love was a song I never heard. Now the silence is louder than what we had. Falling in love with a lie makes me feel so sad. I'm falling in love with the lie, a dream that you sold, a heart left to die. You painted a world, but it's falling apart. Now I'm left with the pieces of a broken heart. I thought you were real, but you never were true. Falling in love with a lie, and I didn't see through. How could I not see what was in front of my face? How could I fall for this hollow embrace? The truth was hiding in every tear, but I chose to ignore what I couldn't hear. You pulled me in, but now I see the love I thought we had was never meant to be. I gave you my trust, you gave me the seed. Falling in love with a lie, now I admit defeat. I'm falling in love with a lie, a dream that you sold, a heart left to die. You painted a world, but it's falling apart. Now I'm left with the pieces of a broken heart. I thought you were real, but you never were true. Falling in love with a lie, and I didn't see through. Now the truth is clear, and it cuts so deep. Falling in love with a lie makes it hard to sleep. I'm a whole lot. Find my way, but I'll never forget the price I had to pay. Falling in love with a lie, I won't let it break me. a heart I couldn't want. Every word you said felt like home, but I stood there loving you alone. You laughed and leaned into the light, while I stayed hidden in the night. Every moment I was close to you felt like a dream I couldn't move through. I kept my heart behind my chest like a secret I could never confess, afraid one truth might break us apart. So I buried your name inside my heart. I loved you in silence while the world kept moving on. Held every feeling like a broken, quiet song. You never knew the way I cared, or how my soul was always there. I smile beside you every day while my heart slowly gave away. Told me about someone new, the way their eyes reminded you. I nodded like I felt okay, but something in me slipped away. Every word felt sharp and slow, like winter falling in my bones. And every life we used to share, and I echoed like you weren't there. I kept pretending I was strong, start to whisper softly through the dark. I love you in silence while the stars watch me fall, holding your shadow like it was all I had at all. You never saw the tears I hid, or every prayer I never said. I stood beside you, shining light while breaking slow. Time keeps moving like the tide, and some loves never get that chance. They live between the quiet lines of every stolen glance. I loved you in silence through every passing year, every smile I gave you is hiding every tear. You never read the truth I kept, or all the nights I couldn't rest. But even now I still believe you were the love inside of me. I loved you in silence, and I love you even now. I found your picture in a drawer, hidden underneath the past. Dust had settled on the frame, like our love could never last. You used to hold my trembling hands like they were all you had. Now I'm just a memory in a life you never had. I try to keep your love alive, but time had other plans. I'm just a heart that you forgot. feels colder than before. Your laughter used to fill the air, now it echoes through the floor. I still hear your whispered dreams in quiet midnight thoughts, while you moved on so effortlessly from the love that we once caught. Some people leave without a trace, but you left half my soul. I'm just a heart that you forgot, a page you chose to close, a story you stopped reading before the ending showed. You let our promises dissolve like footprints in the rain, but I still carry every word inside with quiet pain. I'm just a heart that you forget. Baby, one day you'll remember the way you used to say my name. Maybe someday it will haunt you the way it haunts me every day. But until that moment comes, I'll just keep holding on. I'm just a heart that you forgot, still beating in the dark, still holding all the pieces, all the love that fell apart. You might not feel it anymore, but I still feel the loss of being the only one who loved, a heart that you forgot. The room was full of words that day, but none of them were kind. Your voice was calm, your eyes were far, like you had changed your mind. The clock kept ticking on the wall, like nothing else had changed. But something deep inside my chest was breaking all the same. I felt the world go still somehow, like sound had disappeared. That was the day my heart went quiet, when love stopped calling out your name, when every dream we built together turned slowly into pain. I tried to say I'd be alright, but truth was hard to hide, because the moment you walked away, something in me died. That was the day my heart went quiet. The streets were loud with passing cars, but I could barely hear your goodbye echoing inside, like thunder in my ears. The sky was blue above the town, but all I saw was gray, because the light used to shine had slowly slipped away. Some wounds don't bleed where you can see, they break you from within. That was the day my heart went quiet, when hope began to fade, when every promise that we made turned fragile in the shade. I watched forever fall apart, right there before should do. But love is left as silence now. Everything was you. That was the day my heart went quiet. The day the music died. The day the world kept spinning. But I was left behind. And every beat I feel tonight still whispers through. The day my heart went quiet. We built a world on promises, but love slipped through like sand. The nights we thought would never end are now the nights I can't withstand. You said you'd never walk away, but I woke up to the silence today. The echoes of your name still call, but it's too late. Too far to fall when tears are the only memory of the love we thought would never leave. I'm holding on to what we were, but time's erased every word. Now I'm drowning in the pain of a love that never came. When tears are the only be. I see your face in every crowd, but I'm still lost without you now. Your laughter's gone, your touch has flown. I'm left to face this world alone. The promise that we'd never break now feels like a mistake. I wonder if you feel this too, or if you just forgotten what we knew. And tears are the only memory of the love we thought would never leave. I'm holding on to what we were, but time's erased every word. Now I'm drowning in the pain of a love that never came. When tears are the only memory, I'll remember what we used to be. I don't know how to let you go, and every tear's a heavy stone. I search for something that's now dead, but in the dark I find despair. Love is gone, and where do I go? If your heart's a place I'll never know. I wish I could forget the one and be free, but all that's left is the pain inside of me. When tears are the only memory of the love we thought would never leave. I'm holding on to what we were, but time's erased every word. Now I'm drowning in the pain of the love that never came. When tears are the only memory, I'll remember what we was what you used to mean to me. I thought I'd never feel this way again, but you came in like a storm and I gave in. With every word, every touch, every glance, I thought I found a second chance. But now I'm standing at the edge of goodbye, and I don't know how, but I've learned to cry. You were my dream, now you're a memory. A love that burned, now a fade and see. You were the last love I'll ever know, the one I thought would never let me go. We danced in the fire, now we're left in the cold. A love that was too deep to ever grow old. I'll carry you in the silence I keep. The last love I'll ever know, it cut so deep. I loved you once, but I'll let you go, because you were the last let I'll ever know. We built a world that felt so right, but somewhere it crumbled in the darkest night. I kept hoping, kept holding on tight, but love's not enough when there's no more light. I still hear your voice in the back of my mind. It's a melody I can't leave behind, but I know now that I have to let it be, because your love was never meant for me. You were the last love I'll ever know, you one I thought would never let me go. We danced in the fire, now we're left in the cold. A love that was too deep to ever grow old. I'll carry you in the silence I keep. The last love I'll ever know, we cut so deep. I loved you once, but I'll let you go, because you were the last love I'll ever know. I tried to hold on, tried to fight. The summers fade in the dead of the night. You were everything I thought I'd need, but love's not enough when hearts start to bleed. Now I'm standing here learning to breathe, picking up pieces of what we couldn't retrieve. You were the end of what could have been. The last love I'll ever know, now I begin again. You were the last love I'll ever know, the one I thought would never let me go. We danced in the fire, now we're left in the cold. A love that was too deep to ever grow old. I'll carry you in the silence I keep. The last love I'll ever know, we cut so deep. I loved you once, but I'll let you go, because you were the last love I'll ever know. You were the last love I'll ever know. And even though you're gone, you still burn slow. I'll never forget, but I'll learn to grow, because you were the last love I'll ever know. We started like the summer sky, bright and endless in our eyes. Every promise felt so real, like forever was the deal. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like two hearts lost in time. I thought nothing could erase the way love lived in that place. But seasons change without a sound, and love can fade without a warning. You were the love that didn't stay, the dream that slowly slipped away. I held on tight with all my heart, but time still pulled our world apart. Every promise we once made now lives in memories that fade, and every night I lie awake, missing the love that didn't stay. We used to talk about our years, about our hopes, our quiet fears, about the house we'd someday find, and growing old side by side. But somewhere on that winding road, your heart began to let me go, and I could feel it in your eyes before you even said goodbye. Sometimes love just drifts apart, even when two hearts still care. That didn't stay. Maybe we were meant to meet, just to learn how hearts can break. Maybe love is sometimes real, even if it cannot stand. Though you're gone, a part of you still quietly remains in every song, in every tear, in every whisper of your name. You were the love that didn't stay, but somehow never went away, because your shadow still remains inside my heart, inside my pain. And every night before I sleep, your memory still finds me like a story time can erase. Of the love that didn't stay. We used to talk until the morning light, dreaming like the world was ours to hold. You traced forever in my hands that night, but forever's just a word we told. Your jacket still hangs by my door, like you're coming back for it someday. But silence seeps across the floor, and I don't have the strength to pray. We built a castle out of maybe, painted promises in gold. But every time you tried to save me, we just broke what we couldn't hold. We were never enough, never strong enough to fight, never brave enough to love with We were never enough. I still replay your goodbye like a song stuck on repeat. You said sometimes love just dies, but it died in front of me. Your picture fades inside my phone, but not inside my mind. I'm learning how to sleep alone with the ghost you left behind. We tried to fix the cracks between us with apologies and tears, but every time we said I need us, we were drowning in our fears. We were never enough, never whole enough to heal, never soft enough to touch without breaking what we feel. We were words we couldn't say, we were hearts just scared to trust. We were beautiful and brave, but beautiful wasn't enough. We held on to the edge, but life was just too rough. We were never